what is it that you need to identify in yourself? What are those unique sets of talents and strengths and passions that you bring? One exercise that I'm going to ask you to think about is, what are 3 core strengths and talents that you have? You know, everyone, when I use the word unique, says, well, there's nothing unique about me. I am good at talking with people. I am good about going out and solving problems. I'm a good organizer. How does that make me unique? Why can't somebody else do that? And I always talk with people about the idea that what makes you unique is the combination of your talents and strengths and your passion. That's what makes you unique. Yes, there are other people who can organize an event. There are other people who can talk to their neighbors. There are other people who can reach out and be compassionate when they see that someone is in trouble. The difference is that you have a unique combination that you bring and that only you can bring. It's your passion. It's not just your strengths. It's also the talents and how you pull them together and bring them out into the world. And once you start to really identify and own that, other people will see it as well. My guess is that a lot of other people already do see it. As I have observed working with hundreds of people over the years, is that those things that people compliment us on regularly, you know, those compliments about how you are just the right person that I can come to when I have a problem. You've always got a good insight and answer. Or, boy, you're really the person who can get a group of people together so that we can go out and have an event or achieve something that we haven't been able to do. Those compliments that we receive regularly are very likely the same compliments that we're brushing off because we feel like, well, anybody can do that. And I want you to think about what those are, what those compliments are, what those things are that people have noticed about you that you brush off. And my guess is that when you go back and take a look at those, you're going to find what it is that makes you unique. You're already putting it out into the world, and people are already recognizing it in you. The key is you have yet to recognize it in you. You have yet to see it as a key strength because you feel that it's so natural to you. How could this possibly be a strength? And therein lies exactly what I'm talking about. Those things in us that we do so easily and so effortlessly and with such great joy are really our talents and strengths. And other people do see them and they admire them. And what the challenge is for you as a leader moving forward is to finally understand that and to own that. And so that you too can feel good and acknowledge what it is in you that you're already bringing. And when you begin to understand that, you can amplify that, and that's how you're going to move forward as a leader, is to build on who you already are, once again, and not to create something that you're not. So I've got 3 questions that I ask clients and people that I work with as they start out on their leadership journey and identifying those core talents and strengths. The first question I ask people is, what is it that you wanted to be when you were 5 years old? What was that thing that you thought, when I grow up, I'd really like to do this and to be this? And a lot of people are very sheepish about this at first. And, you know, you get a wide variety of answers, everything from, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a teacher, I'd like to be a parent. And I ask you to go back and look at one more piece of that, and that is why. What is it that really motivated you when you were a child? And within there, you're going to begin to discover a lot more about yourself that was there right from the get-go. People wanted to be a doctor because they wanted to help people feel good, or they wanted to help people to be healthy, or they wanted to be the leader of their country because they wanted justice, and they wanted fairness, and they wanted equity, they wanted equality. All of those things that you felt when you were a young child are still with you today. And they are even more important now because now you have the ability to really walk them in your world. So ask yourself, what is that you wanted to be? And more importantly, why? And look to those core values and those talents and those strengths that you had right then. The second question that I always ask people is, if you could do whatever you wanted to do all day long, not just for a job, just whatever would feel really good to you, and you could get paid doing it, what would it be? And let your mind wander. And again, a lot of times people feel a little funny when I ask that question of them, because what they would like to do often doesn't have anything to do with the ways in which they earn their money currently. And yet it has to do with who they really are. Many people would like to, be out working in the neighborhoods and helping to build a more effective community. They'd like to be building community parks. People would like to be working with children in schools. They'd like to be working in government and figuring out how the systems of the country can function more effectively. What is it that you really want to do? And in there, again, you're going to find key insights for yourself about what it is that you want to bring to your world. And finally, I ask people, and this is a tough one, I know, it's a tough one for all of us, and it's especially tough for you in Iran, is if you could wave that magic wand, if you could create whatever change you wanted to create in the world with no barriers, just in this moment, what would you like to see different? What change do you want to see? And there again lies the passion. What is it that you really would like to change? And whatever answer comes to you immediately, my guess is going to go right to the core of who you are and what you're about and what is really going to motivate you. So using these 3 questions, I want you to go through these exercises and take some time and think about this. This is difficult, tough, serious stuff. And they may seem like frivolous questions at first. And if you give yourself the time and the space to go back and to reflect on these and to make them an exercise in really getting to know you, you will come up with that core key component of you that will allow you to begin that journey of leadership, to communicate with others who you are and what you're about, and to do so clearly, effectively, and authentically. I appreciate your time and attention today, and I'll look forward to seeing you in our next session.